Here, finally. I got this set up. I still don't like this angle, but I got this set up. We got it set up better than it was last time. Today is the day. Yeah, I said probably a month from now I was going to review this because I wanted to spend more time with it, but I don't know if I'll have it that long. Right now I have $375 saved for Blade Show. I'm really relying on a buddy to pay me for some work that I got done because I had a family member that had helped me save up money, but something came up to where I won't have that money anymore. So if I do end up selling this at Blade Show 2026 after Bally Comp, if I made it in, I'm waiting for the email or the message back from a judge that I messaged. After that, I might sell this directly after comp, because this is what I'll be bringing to compete if I made it. But I want to do the review just in case, because I don't want to let you guys down. I know there's not very many people going to be watching this, but yeah, I still wanted to get this done just because. So first we're going to go over the unboxing experience and price. These are $750 new, I believe. When I saw the satin ones, they were $750. I think maybe the Zerblast ones are a little more. Like, I think they were like $790 or something. They were like slightly more. But yeah, it says here Tsunami Zerblast, so it tells you which Tsunami you own with a card of authenticity. Certification of authenticity tells you the model that you own, the serial number, blade material, handle material, manufacturing date, designer, and machinist. So it is S35VN, 60L4B grade 5 titanium handles. Mine was made January 16th of 2025. So yeah, this is a Prodex Tsunami, designed by Lucas, machined by Chris. Along with that, you have the foam in here, and then you have a box of extra washers, bushings, and pivots, and the pins and such. So that's sweet. Comes with everything you'd want. The only thing I'd say that could be added onto this unboxing experience is a microfiber cloth. That's the only thing I'd say, really. But yeah, now we'll get on to the flipping and everything. I believe these are 3.9 to 4.0 ounces. Again, this is a product, just so you guys know, because some of the productions were better than others. Excuse me. Like Prod 6 and Prod 3 got a lot of hate because the handle gap would be reducing after them being flipped a while. So some get love more than others do. This is the Zerblast model. Sorry, there's some gunk on my blade. Just like a smudge. But yeah, it has what they label a Japanese tanto blade shape, which I don't understand because the tanto was already originated in Japan. So calling this a Japanese tanto doesn't make complete sense, but I guess that's just the blade shape they're calling it. It has these machine lines going up the blade like this. It's hard to tell with this angle. I'll show them off at the end of the video and stuff. The handles will also be hard to tell, but they have the same machining on the handles. It's a sandwich design, which means it's both not channel nor sandwich. It's a combination where basically it's two slabs machined, but they come into each other like this. I don't know the full reason behind that. Maybe it's to give the look of a channel Bally, but have hidden Zen pins. It works very good for weight systems and such. So maybe that could also be another thing with sandwich, but most sandwich ballies are good. I've had some that had problems to where, see, this one doesn't, a slab would be warped or a pin would be too long and it would cause warping once tightened down, where there'd be a gap in between the actual sandwich. So makers like BA, the Nakiri I had that problem. So having a sandwich knife, you have to have a really, really precise machine to get it to where you're not going to have that kind of problem. I never had that problem with both of my Serifs. Neither of my Serifs have that problem. None of my Tsunamis. I've had a full dress Tsunami. I've had 2 trainers, and neither of those had that problem. So yeah, you don't gotta worry about that with these. And if you do, they have a warranty. But now we'll get into flipping. I prefer every single one of my Tsunamis on titanium pivots because all the stainless steel ones make it horribly handle biased. And I'm not a big handle bias type of person. I like a slight handle bias. Like a good handle bias, but nothing like a Bowie Kraken, in my opinion. Those are good for the fun, but if you want a competitive flipper, something neutral like a Solo or a Speed Channel Tonto Kraken is, in my opinion, the best. I like tie pivots one weight. It leaves for good fanning along with good chaplains. So it's a combination of both. Also, it is very, very slightly heavier with one weight. Not even really noticeable, just kind of makes it flow differently. So I don't really like 0 weights. I like 1, but I would never go with 2. 1 weight is enough for me. To go over some more detailed things on this, if you can see, I don't know if I can show this off very well on camera. If you can see, let me try and get you guys, there you go. It doesn't look as good on camera as it does in person. There is something called jeweling on the inside of here. Jeweling is a process of almost like scratching the surface. It's basically changing the surface like a swirl. Some are done by wire wheel brushes. Some are done by a compound and something similar to a eraser. Basically what it is the surface of it is almost sanded like in a circular motion to make it shimmer and shine in the light. It looks really good. It's a very small detail. It doesn't help with flipping at all. It's just there for looks. I've done some jeweling before on my modded Ballies, but it just leaves for a good look. And a nice little detail there. The Benchmade 51s have jeweling on the liners, and it just makes it look really premium without adding any additional cost, given it takes a very short amount of time to do jeweling. I still can't do that swivel, but yeah. My only gripe with this Bally is, let me actually get out my micrometer for you guys. Where are you? Oh, I just almost spilled a bunch of hardware. Did I spill it? Oh my god. Sorry guys. I almost spilled my hardware. This video is getting a bit messy here. Alright, I didn't spill any. So, now we'll get on to my gripe with this Bally. I don't know why I had this micrometer locked all the way out. But my gripe is the actual blade stock is too thin, in my opinion. So, we'll actually go in here and we will measure the blade stock for you guys. Come on. Can I not, like, hold this still, please? Nope, it's not. Flat. Okay, so the blade thickness, yeah, really thin, dude. The blade thickness is 0.1119. So this blade thickness is we'll say 120, which is actually 4 thou or 5 thou thinner than the Kraken blade, which maybe isn't the most noticeable to some people, but on some tricks you can really feel the change in thickness on the Tsunami blades, which can sometimes be uncomfortable, in my opinion. The handles are a good thickness though. Like on tricks like these, sometimes it's hard to actually keep a good grip when you're doing the finger roll from here because the blade stock is thin. Like if I get out my cheese, you'll be able to tell a clear difference on blade stock thickness with on this. Things like that are easier just because of how much thicker the blade is. So that's my one gripe. Maybe it's too little to complain about, but I personally dislike that. That's probably my only gripe other than this jimping. Some people call this Louis Vuitton jimping. Don't know the full reason behind that. Maybe because it's just for design. This does absolutely nothing for you. It's inverted instead of being somewhat protruding. Like, let me pull out the cheese as an example. How on this, there's these pieces that stick out farther, of course, because it goes through the full length of the handle instead of this where it goes only here and not here. So these pieces here don't get the opportunity to per se protrude out. They don't because they're still flush with the rest of the handle, but these divots. So that's my only other gripe. Other than that, it's a really good valley. It flips great. It sounds good. And for $750, it keeps up with the price point. There's other valleys out there for more expensive that I think are worse, per se, than Embargo. Not hating on Julian. I've had multiple knives machined by Julian, like the Maxis. I've had that. That was machined by Julian. The PDN was machined by Julian. And then I had the Solo. I had a Monarch. I also had a Orca V2. So I don't dislike Julian. I don't just... The Embargo was really expensive for, in my opinion, what you were getting. But yeah, all these come with nice, precise tunes and a good edge. Unlike some of the Krakens I've owned straight from Squid have a bad edge. But yeah, that's my review on this. Now I'll flip the camera and show this off in a better lighting where you can actually see the texture, and I'll do some flipping for you guys. So yeah, so let's get that on the screen now. Okay, so finally, after so many tries, I got that clip. So yeah, that'll be the end of this video on the Squid Industries Prod X Tsunami. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to leave a comment. And if you want more content, specifically short form content, you could check out my Instagram at MJWFlips. Yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.